episode 4, Friends Table. Welcome everybody to the 4th episode. And as you guys can see, Chef Linda has, oh my gosh, the food is looking kind of amazing. He has made us some dry meat, beautiful looking salad, and some fish. No JQ, man, no JQ. But yeah, and today's is not about Chef Linda though, but we want to say thank you though for the food. It looks absolutely amazing. Today's no Asimbonge, Melanin. She made top 20.
You don't say.
Oh, top 16.
You don't say.
I do say. She made top 16 with idols. She comes or hails all the way from Newcastle. So anyways, always celebrating Newcastle greats. But so yeah, at some point, guys. I'm just kidding. But yeah, welcome Melanin to the Friends Table. So today's main focus is around music. And I think, you know, with that being said, I think we all would like to know, when did you start music and why?
First, I'd just like to say thank you for having me, everyone. Everyone is so great, and you know, music. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's dig in.
Yes, let's dig in. Let's dig in.
I think when I started talking, my mom had me singing. It's been a thing at home. She'd have us on a chair, singing with the rest of my sisters and herself, and it's a thing at home. Singing music is a thing at home. So for as long as I can remember, I've been singing.
Okay, so with that being said, let's go back to family. Ubanu Melanin, give us a little bit of a background about yourself, because I'm sure the guys would love to know who's Melanin. You know, I've just given a brief, but not everything.
Okay, Melanin is Asimbonge Wakazwane. Yeah. Let us thank him. You see this? Such a beautiful woman. Yeah. Okay, I'm a 20-some-year-old.
I'm a 2000.
No, not even. Namhlanje I read this Kuruma 3000.
There must be aliens.
But yeah, I'm not a 2000, but I'm a 20-some-year-old. I'm from Newcastle, born and raised. A musician, an all-rounder musician. Well, I don't play instruments, so okay, songwriter, singer. You name it, all of that stuff. If it's art, I'm in it. Makeup, J. Okay, and then, yeah, I went to Upper Park Primary, and then went to Newcastle High, then later went to DUT. That's when my music career started. When I was in Durban, I did a lot of music, I did a lot of recording. I have songs out. Sugumani. It's a film song. Goes down.
It sounds like you wanted us to stand up there, right?
No.
That moment.
No, the name of the song. Okay. In 2019, I entered Idols. Gapumaki top 32. I almost made it, and then I had to go back last year. And then last year we made it, top 16. Okay. It was a ball. Yeah, I don't know what else. Okay.
Did you study drama and music, or you studied something else? You just ventured into music as a side hobby, then
okay, what I ventured into is also something that I'm very passionate about. I'm into linguistics. So I did translation and interpreting practice. So that consists of Zulu, English, and sign language.
Okay.
Oh.
Sign language.
So you're not that. You remember who was man?
That guy, Mandela was just
So
yeah, Shem. We even had to do some assignments about that guy, you know, and how the basically deaf SA would find themselves in such a situation where they've allowed somebody to be in such a large platform doing that is because we don't have a lot of sign language people that know sign language and can also speak. So a lot of people who know sign language are those that are deaf or those that are mute. And so there's a very huge barrier, and there's a very big space where people that can speak and hear do not know sign language.
So I got a question. Sorry, this just popped into me right now. So nice thing is you've done music and you now understand, the deaf in terms of the sign language. I've seen deaf people dancing to music. I would love to understand, Guti, how do they buy Vanjan?
When they hear vibrations. Well, they don't hear vibrations, they feel the vibration. So if a speaker, you know how you hear the and then if it's too loud you hear it in your chest sometimes. That's how they hear music. And you know how when someone doesn't have one of their senses, all of the others hyphen. So their sense of touch and their sense of it's heightened, and so that's how they
Wait, but okay.
Feel the music.
I hear you 100%, but I'm still very confused. If you feel it, you all feel it, so
but
then how do you know the difference? How do I know? So for me, for example, like what we're saying, I can hear the different sounds, so I can differentiate between a song that you've made and a song that Sbu has made. But now if I'm hearing vibrations, I'm not. Am I like?
It doesn't sound the same.
It doesn't.
Each vibration is different because they used different components to form the song, anyways.
Okay. So, but now make tulwa. Can umuntu ongezwa akwazi asithi limnandi tulwa wena. But it's just my vibrations are fun, same tone, same beat, same everything. Ngiyakwazi ukudifferentiate ukuthi now this is you or this is Beyonce or someone. So fun again.
The depth of it we don't know because now we focus on the language and interpreting it from a particular language too. And mind you, there's not just one universal sign language. There's South African sign language, there's Australian sign language, there's Chinese sign language, there's USA sign language. So that's Swaziland uses South African sign language.
Just checking on my neighbors.
Why you want to be part of the?
I'm into Swati women.
So Funubangin.
So I will show you since we said Kaya na Karukula Koi. So Menkula Nonke Kaya, since most China but we don't know, you seem to be the best singer, right?
According to what we know.
Whatever you went to the
most spotlighted.
Yes.
Okay.
So someone's better than you again.
I sense he can sing
We're
too.
all very different.
Can you sing?
Now I'm interested with most
Yeah, I sense he can sing too.
He's a baritone and bass.
But he can sing.
So he can sing.
He does his best.
I can't play instruments.
I think we need a duo before the end of the song.
According to you, yeah. Your personal opinion. She's on
No.
Tread carefully.
No, the thing is, they each have their own sound, I'd say, or like way of singing. For example,
Which one do you like?
Trust me, the question won't go away. Is it
Just say a name.
Just say it.
well, she sings more, so I like her voice more. So, you know.
So the fact, very nice answer. So with family, you saying she's not the best, but she just sings more.
No.
You said that earlier on.
That's what she said.
We heard that.
So I'm trying to say. Yes, that's what she said. So if labanye be better than when, if from what I'm getting, like you now admit to maybe your sister, someone else might just be a better singer. Why in the push? Why not go represent the Zwanis? Because you're the better singer. Because
No, he did say though she's the most highlighted. I can't debate.
So
Yes.
which one?
I said the highlights.
What to me?
Go your belt.
Oh,
Oh man, that is huge.
Sometimes
I
not to best. She's got guts.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm the more outgoing one. But also, what he was saying, we really have different sounds. And also, we have different strengths. I know Usisame Mlama is Usibusisiwe is basically a musician, like, in the sense of her ear. And she recognizes talent. And she knows how to basically vocal coach people.
Okay.
Yabo. And then for me, it's I just love singing. Singing is my thing. Like when she's focusing on the technicalities of you need to don't pitch, I'm out here like
I just throw it out there.
I'm actually singing. I'm actually like I'm gonna go to auditions for idols, and she's not the person that would do that.
Yeah.
Just go to be watched singing. So I think we play different strengths, and Uma is very good also with teaching. With teaching.
Okay, talking
music.
about music on your side, going to my idols. Sophie, like my idols, and you were there, with queue for my auditions. And what was happening to you? Like before, say we queue, and everything, usupagati, then during the process of everything, how did you feel about everything that was happening?
Okay, actually, let me share like my entire experience from the beginning. Okay, so I went to Idols my first year. Yeah, I went there. It was a last minute decision as well. And so actually, there are different stages, and I didn't even make it to the judges that time.
You didn't.
No, I never made it to the judges. No.
Because was the question.
I don't want 500,000 me to be paying people 500,000 here. So I didn't make it to the judges. So I didn't make it to the judges. Okay, fine. Then I took a break, and then I came back. 2019. So when I came back 2019, the brand, as much as I hadn't found myself as an artist, at least I had an idea of how I should have been dressed and how I should have conducted myself, from the previous audition.
Experience, yeah.
Okay, then I went through. That was great. I went to theater week. I got the shock of my life. That thing is very stressful. There's just a lot happening at the same time. You need to be recording with, what do they even call them? Ranting and raving. You need to be on stage at a certain time. You need to be at vocal coaching at a certain time. So there's just a lot happening at the same time. And like the schedule was very, very, very tight. So that was a mess that got me. But I think I did perform very well throughout Theatre Week 2019. Then when I came back now I was mentally prepared. Now I was the artist that I wanted to be. And I was very focused, and I knew exactly what I needed to do. I knew the song choices that I wanted. I knew everything. I knew I needed South African song choices. I knew I had to be vibrant. I knew I had to show people a different side that I didn't show them, because I was like a softer Melanin in 2019 than I was last year. Last year I was very, I'm here. I'm here for it. So and then I think got me into top 16 then.
So now tell us about the crying moments, because I'm sure I can't.
The breakdowns.
And the thing is, it's so weird.
Why people cry?
It's so weird because the cameramen, it's almost as if they sit in the corner and they just watch everyone. And as soon as you start crying, you could be hiding. I remember 2019, I tried hiding. Like I went into like this dodge ass place. I started crying. I know this guy, I won't say his name. He came to me, says, "Melanin, to the couch, please." I'm just like, well, I was just sniffing.
A bit of flu there. A little bit of flu.
So
Something
then
got
we
in
had
my
that
eye.
and then so then we had that moment where they wanted to record the whole situation. And yeah, so last year I was a strong girl. Last year it only happened in my room. You would have never seen me in front of people. I would have been like, I'm cool, gents, I'm fine, guys. Soon as I step into my room, I'm like, what the hell just happened? Because remember, it was a mess.
You cry because your dreams come to a halt, or you feel like what you've worked for is a stopper, or you cry?
It's mostly because of the pressure and feeling as if your efforts haven't reached where you wanted to go.
Okay.
But it's not so as Uti, like it's your dreams are stopping, because Idols isn't the music industry, you know. It just it inserts you into the music industry. So I think you just feel like you let yourself down and you could have done better, and you know those could-haves and could-haves and more could-haves. So that's mostly why you cry.
So obviously you've got the judges that are there, but do you guys have like vocal coaches or like people that are there for you from an emotional perspective, like mental and emotional type perspective?
Well, last year was different because obviously COVID and how my restrictions and all of that stuff. But the previous year, we had counselors coming in talking to us. We had motivational speakers coming in talking to us. I forget her name, but she's worked with Abo Oprah and them. So they come in and I'm a life coaches, and they basically just try to bring up your mood, because it gets intense. There's nothing worse than starting off by 6, nisale by 4, and laba by 2 sebehambile, they're on their way home, and you realize the next day it could be any of the 4 of us. That thing puts so much pressure on you. You start doubting your talent, and and it's not even about who's better, it's just about who did the best at that time, you know. So yeah, man. But yeah, at least they do try to have counselors coming in. I know Top 16, we had a psychologist coming in every week. So if you needed her, you could go and talk to her and all of that stuff. So
how are your co-people? Okay, just for me to like, you know, how are your everyone that you're with there?
Yes.
Are they bitches and let's ask the question, because I mean, you know, we see the front of the happiness and bambana at that end, but Smooth, I hope you make it. What's happening?
I mean, you have 16 different people, different personalities coming from different backgrounds, all wanting the same thing. I mean, friendships form. Friendships form. But it becomes it's a great environment at first, you know, until it gets real, and then everybody just starts going into their own.
A competition is a competition.
A competition is a competition.
But now,
at the end of the day.
how do you deal with like nima judge lapaya, and sometimes a judge will say something you expect, like you're saying, you put so much effort, more figure lapayana, maybe they'll say something negative-ish.
Well, not ish, I'm sure they are negative.
How do you deal with that? Because you like, you prepared and there's a big big.
The thing is, you need to be very grown and you need to be very mature. Not everyone's gonna like your talent, you know. So even your talent, as much as you believe in yourself and as much as you feel like I'm what's best here in South Africa, if somebody does, if you're not somebody's taste, you're not somebody's taste, and that's okay, and it doesn't take anything away from the artist that you are or the vocalist that you are. So I think for me, I always took it as constructive criticism. Like if somebody says, yo, upitchile, that's a fact. I pitched. I need to fix my pitch next time. You know?
Pitch.
That was very bad. What does that mean?
Pitching. I mean, like pitching. You know, pitching happens. You know, pitching happens mostly for the higher parts of the music spectrum. Yeah, you know.
Oh my
and
God.
then it just kind of sounds like, yo, something is happening. Like, nothing.
But now,
Picturing a Sami
So,
street
what
there,
kept
so-
you going?
I did, obviously.
My best
Your little brother, right? Your little brother, right?
How sweet of you. Sweetest man of
Thank you.
Tadpole, the little brother.
He's the man behind, you know, that drive.
When I send them a message, what's up? Keep going, sis.
And the video call.
So now it pops up ukuthi I wanted to ask her ukuthi there are moments where ufika khona ukwata somebody said anything kuwena. Did you actually tell your brother ukuthi hey khona umuntu ongibhedelayo la udile naye, or you would deal with them? Because now we see on the background kumanye ama shows people end up belwa like serious. Does it get to that masenelapha? Not just with idols but wherever, like indawo zonke osuyihambile.
I think for me, how I dealt with conflict was to just be away from whatever it is that was going on.
Okay.
So if I felt like somebody is just getting me to a point where, yay boo, you know, that's my cue to go to my room, you know. It's not worth it because at the end of the day I might end up being disqualified from a competition.
Yeah.
When you could have just avoided the whole thing. You need to pick your battles in life. You really need to pick your battles, yabo.
So, Marabe Ufila down. Who did you call?
Wow.
As I said, text.
He feels like you're trying to find somebody else besides him.
No, there is somebody else.
Well,
As I said.
So now
She hasn't
ubuya
answered the
We're still waiting for the answer.
it depends on what I wanted
Okay.
from the consolation. So maybe if I wanted words of encouragement, that's my mom, that's my sisters. If I want to throw shade, that's my brother. We'll throw shade until I'm laughing. You know, if I wanted that, you know, that home, then that's my fiance.
He's home.
You know,
She said he's home. Did you hear that, fiance? You're home.
yeah, so if I wanted someone to say just leave it, babe. That was my go-to person. So I think everybody just played a different role in my journey as well.
Who's all of us?
know that.
now ubuya ekhaya. Knowing abantu surrounding the environment ekhaya, ekaslako mawubuyile. I think you guys were given chances of ubuya ekhaya every now and then. No. You don't. No, when you come home. Okay, whenever you come home, also pelile everything.
When you've been eliminated.
Like, how do you feel with the environment? You know, some will say, vele lo bezokhishwa vele. Some, hey, no, hey, push. Ubunye uyayitshela vele lona manje, nani akasafuna kusikhulumisa. Like exactly. So, like around that, how did you cope with that?
Sorry, before you answer, I'd just like to say, in Newcastle, I would take pride. Siswam, they knew. I made sure they knew. I made sure, Guti.
This is one of 16.
Yeah, showcase.
You better act like you know.
Na say ngane no siswami. No, chakuchu.
No man, I don't know. I think it didn't change much. Like the environment didn't change much. It's just like a few faces that will be like, you look familiar, and I'm just like, no, I don't think so. You don't know me, you know. So and then they're like, no, man, I know you. And then you know when people keep quiet, they continue, and they're like, idols. And I'm like, yeah. And then you know, but it was never like a situation where I've had like a bunch of people be like, oh. You know, life continued as normal. That's another thing. I think idols only reaches
A million people.
like a certain amount of people. It doesn't reach. Not everybody watches idols.
Basically, I'm a para.
No.
Calling me a paranoid.
You know, it's not.
Oh, no, you're just agreeing now that you didn't watch it.
Yeah, he didn't.
He just said, "I'm idols." About by my.
I don't worry. So, just to embarrass him less.
No. On that, what's the goal? Because okay, idols, you're a great singer, so you're an artist. You said all forms of Ilondu's artistry, right? So the goal is to be a full-blown, famous, sing, make a lot of money, be, I don't know who your idols are, but is that the goal? Or maybe it's just, I'll just sing when I sing.
The goal is to reach as much people as I can.
To change their lives?
Message.
Message.
It's all. I'm a lyricist. That's why ingomeziti yebo washa. I'm not. No. You
I was
have to be
actually
saying something.
No, I was going to actually ask you because she studied linguistics, as she said earlier on. I was actually going to ask you the marriage between the two, but you've just sort of answered to a certain extent.
But no, that yebo, it's here.
It does.
No, it's there.
Changes people's lives.
I have a yebo in one of my songs, but it's not just yebo.
No, but you see, there's choices.
I
Again,
remember
it's choices of what you. We can't all sing yebo. You know, I want to be able to listen to different kinds of music at different times for different reasons. If I'm going to be going to a party and I'm in that mood, you know, yebo, sound there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, good.
Now, mina ngifuna ukwazi ke ukuthi what's the genre that speaks to you most.
That would be the question.
I say umaskandi.
Yeah, shy.
Ave go shy. It does sound less. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just now, Black Mamba's No, but for me, if it sounds good and it's got a message, that's me. And kids, literally, I have Afro pop, I have Boma R&B, I have hip hop, I have jazz, I have house, like deep gom songs. So it's for me, if it sounds great for me and I resonate with it and I can write to it, then I'm for it.
Then with that said, what's your then general message? Because abongathi ushama genres ahlukile la. So hip hop tends to have number categories of course, but it tends to have messages, like you can see with the artist more or less le aqala ukhuluma within these certain topics. So when I was open hip hop here we gqom we house normal, what's the general message you'd say? At least I know she's talking about
Humanity.
My general message is motivational. It's about life.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Life goes on. Most of my songs actually are themed around that.
Just life, yes.
Yeah, it's just life.
So you're giving people hope.
Sometimes it's about hope. Sometimes it's about the difficulties of life. So, it's just about maneuvering life and, you know. And I remember my most recent song, Ephumile. Iyasho ukuthi ngangazi ukuthi impilo ishayana lena le. Inhliziyo yami ihluthukile. Angazi ngishonephi. Kuyoba nini ngithandaza kuwe. You know?
She's gonna make me cry.
Uzongiholela emadleleni ahlaza yabo sengikhathele. You know, I'm tired of praying. Do something, you know? And then one of my previous songs, it's impilo iyaqhubeka. So as much as you go through all of this and you feel like, okay, now I'm done. But impilo iyaqhubeka. It goes on. All you have to do is just keep going, just keep moving, even if you're not doing anything, just
be alive.
I agree.
So-
I love the message.
You know.
Now, just last thing, like me, not last, but in music industry, because that's why I asked to take in. So in music industry is cutthroat, right? I think it's probably worse than idols. Mustn't get a real word in terms of sabotage and record deals and this and this. So okay, one, are you gonna go independent or are you gonna sign? And because to a certain degree, I might be wrong about the music industry, but I'm close enough. So it changes the person you are. Sometimes you'd have to change who's when a woman for you to make it to a certain level. Are you still following me?
I'm following you. My thing is, one decision I've taken is I will never lose myself.
Okay.
I will never compromise self to be accepted. So it's either you take this or you don't have me at all, you know? And that helps. Knowing your brand in the music industry gets you so much further than you can think, because you won't have people saying wear this and wear that, because this is what I wear to performances, whether you like it or not. This is what I wear, so it's either you take it or you don't, you know. Even with how much you charge for gigs, you won't have, if you're very set on this is what I'm worth, it's either you take it or you don't. So you won't have chances, you won't have people that are trying to take advantage of you, you know.
Yes.
So it's just knowing your brand gets you so much further than people think. Because also being wishy-washy is very dangerous, because anyone can come and sell anything to you.
Absolutely.
You know? So I think just you need to know yourself and you need to know what you want. And also with the independency and record signing issue, it's very easy to say, yeah, I'm going to go independent, I'm going to be, you know? And then music industry is very expensive.
Too much.
Abby's music equipment, recording sessions, getting a producer, getting sound engineers, you know, if you want a proper production, it's very expensive. So that's how you get people signing into record labels, because they feel that is their way through, you know. But the end goal, I think what most artists forget is how much of an investment they are.
Yes, I was here.
So mina ungangithenga nge-1,000,000 manje, but growing on in the years I will probably make you 100 million. And bona, they don't look at that, babona 1 million manje, and they're like, this is the one, you know. Whereas if ucabanga kahle ukuthi ingoma zami, as they continue selling, my royalties, me existing, that's money. Me continuing to sing, that's money. So if you sign yourself off to someone, no matter how hard you sing, no matter how much you can, you're just making money for the person you've signed to, you know. Whereas if you just did things for yourself, I promise it might take a very long time.
But it's okay. Consistency.
Yeah.
Continue.
And to add Glendale, I think you're making sense, because if it's a message, is you're spreading a certain message, so you're not looking to be the world's next Rihanna or something. You're just spreading a certain message which is gonna get you your royalties as this cut samba, which means you own your masters, right? So if you own your masters, you in the afterlife, your kids are sorted. Basically, it's generational wealth kind of vibes.
Yes.
Okay, no, that's nice.
And that's another thing. Let's on our way. ukuthi you shouldn't look for fame. You should look to what you want, and then it should bring you fame.
That's it. Yeah. Sorry, P one.
Then you've won.
Mina ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi since ukade ukuma idols and you were saying ukuthi bekuna these difficult times blah blah, yini oyifundile? What did you take with you through Leo journey othi ngizoyisebenzisa in future? Or
What I learned from idols is ukuthi nobody owes you anything in life. You need to get things for yourself, and if you really want things to stay, you really need to get them for yourself. You cannot be relying on people
to get you anything, because as much as bengakunikeza, they also have the power to take it back.
Absolutely. Yo, guys, I think that's something that people in this table know very well, because I think everybody here works very hard for.
Except for me.
He lies. He lies. But I think that's actually a nice way to sort of end off today. But with that being said, bendicele iduet ka brother and sister, and that's bani tina petaflin. But I think they can give us like a short little song.
I must charge for a feature.
That baritone versus that what?
I don't sing
Anymore.
Either way, she just turned on you.
No, gube ningcele before the food.
Actually, that happens when you're.
Where can they find your music? Where can they buy your music? That kind of thing.
Okay. You can find me on all digital musical platforms: Boma, Deezer, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, Music, Melanin, Mr. iOS. On Instagram, it's Melanin_RSA. Facebook, same handle, Melanin_RSA. Twitter, same handle, Melanin_RSA. That just makes things easier for people to find you. I believe. Just use the same handle throughout all the platforms to find me, even on YouTube. Melanin_RSA.
You've got a
even on TikTok, yes. I'm a TikToker.
Okay. So then that means you don't mind giving us a little bit of sound from your album.
Okay, a song that recently came out, it's Bata featuring Melanin, titled Senkatele. Let me... Okay. Wow. Guys, this, you know...
Oh, you sang in front of
guys,
thousands.
I swear, smaller intimate audiences are like more intimidating than bigger crowds. I swear to you, because then it's just like, oh.
Look at it this way, they are more than we are.
Okay. Okay. Koyobanini ndithandaza kuwe baba uzondiholele madlele naluhlaza sekhathele isitha sihlomile sihlasele sifuna ubomi bami uqobo. Woo! Are you crying?
Yes, I'm crying.
Onions.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so guys. Since you know the last time, remember Warojo?
Warojo.
We're all in agreement. Don't you remember? Because we all stopped from Newcastle. We all stopped when she came off. It was an agreed thing that we get.
I agree. Dagmeli win.
Oh man, guys, thank you so much again for tuning in. Friends Table, guys, we're always bringing you something different, and today we brought you a beautiful voice.
200,000 for a feature.
That's definitely what it is, guys. So yeah, please look out for the next one. As a chilo Melanin, consistency, and that's what we're all about. Keep watching, guys. Keep listening. Keep learning. Thank you. Subscribe.
Peace.
Like, subscribe, share, and
Comment.
All of the above.
Close enough.